Hola Portugal lovers, hola food lovers. Stuart here with another food review video or restaurant review video if you like. I'm in central Portugal on the outskirts of a town called Rio Maior, and I'm going to go into this restaurant here which is called 100 Medos in Portuguese or 100 Medos in English, and I'm going to try the local cuisine in this restaurant. The plate of the day, I think, is what we're going to have, and I'm really looking forward to the meal today and trying some authentic Portuguese cuisine. So without further ado, let's go inside, sit down and get stuck into the meal. Vamos! Now looking around this restaurant, it's a fairly new looking restaurant, quite a modern vibe going on, a traditional modern vibe I would say. They've got some of the old stonework going on here on the walls, but I would say that this place has been done up quite recently, not sure exactly when, but probably in the last couple of years. And I'm going to say it looks to be a very busy restaurant as well. Nearly all of the tables are full. We've got a big table behind us, a big table in front of me there, some people over there as well, and the prices also seem to be quite reasonable, popular prices as they say here in Portugal. We've ordered a starter, something traditional from this area, and for the main courses we've also gone for the plates of the day, the pratos del dia, which I think is what you need to order when you are in this part of the world, especially from Monday to Friday when they are available, because they're reasonably priced. The quality of the food is good, and I'll show you guys exactly what we've got when they come out, so stay tuned for that. We've also got on the table an assortment of bread. We've got cornbread, we've also got normal Portuguese bread as well, and here we've got an assortment of different types of butter and cheese, I think, not sure exactly what's going on there. Butters mainly, garlic butter and normal butter I think, and also some olives on the table as well. So plenty of things to choose from today, and I'm really looking forward to the meal. What I will say about this place, Restaurante 100 Medos, is that it has very good reviews, 4.6 out of 5, 45 in total, so that's why I think it hasn't been around for too long. We'll have a look at some of the most recent reviews. Let's have a look here, let's see if it opens up. One here from David, simply giving it 5 for the food, 5 for service, and 5 for atmosphere. Another one here from Jan, 554, atmosphere only 4. And another one here from Anne, 5-star review. Not much open on a Sunday night in the area, but what a find this little place was. The welcome was with a smile. Service and food was excellent, so a very good review there from Anne. And as you guys know, I'll give my opinions on the restaurant at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that as well. Now, if you're not familiar with this part of Portugal, it's central Portugal, I would say, about 50 or 60 kilometers away from the coast. The nearest city is a city called Rio Maior, which is a city of around 15,000 people, I think. Don't quote me on the exact figures. And this restaurant here is about 5 kilometers from that city, and I reckon that locals from the closest city would come to this restaurant to have lunch, to have dinner, whatever. So I reckon that's the vibe that's going on here as far as the clientele is concerned. Okay, now the starter has arrived, and apparently this is a typical Portuguese sausage, or similar to chorizo, I was told, or chorizo as it's called here in Portugal. The exact name, I've got it here in the phone, is farinheira de amêndoa. So something with almonds in it, a type of sausage with different things inside with almonds. I'm going to have a look at exactly what's inside in just a moment, but it also comes with this little jar of honey. So the combination of the sausage, all of the flavors that are going on in this sausage with the honey, I reckon it's going to be an absolute treat. So let's get some on the plate. I'll cut it open. You can come and have a look at exactly what's going on inside here. Dave, come in, have a closer look here at what's going on inside the sausage. So there we go. So a different combination of things inside the sausage. Not a traditional sausage as I would expect coming from a country like Australia, but this is the type of sausage that they have here in Portugal, which are quite popular. Now, get a couple of pieces on the plate. I suppose with the honey, the idea is to put it on the side, not sure, but that's what I'm going to do. If I'm not doing it correctly, guys, tell me. People that have experience with this type of thing, let me know. But I reckon it's going to be a flavour explosion, what we've got going on here with this traditional sausage. Let me see if I can cut it into a smaller piece. Let's see. All right, there we go. Look at the colours of that here. The colours of the sausage. Let's try it firstly without the honey, then I'll try some honey on the second piece. Let's try this bit. So the first thing I'm going to say is that there's a lot of flavours going on inside this sausage. There's a sweetness coming out of the sausage as well, whatever the ingredient inside there is that makes it sweet. So the honey's additional sweetness, but it's a very smoky flavour. And as I said, lots of different flavours going on in this sausage, but the flavour combination, fantastic. Let's try it with the honey. So we'll see exactly what's going on inside that sausage to make it sweet. So we've got roasted almonds. We've also got cinnamon, and there's honey inside, apparently. So that's what's making it sweet. And with the extra honey, there's a sweetness, there's a smokiness going on, and it is absolutely delightful to eat, I will say. And with a bit of luck, our plates of the day are going to be of a similar standard, which is already very, very high. The bar has been set very, very high indeed with this starter. Obrigado. Now, the main course has arrived, this amazing plate of octopus and also breadcrumbs, what they call migas here in Portugal. I'm not sure how the octopus is cooked, maybe in the oven. I think it's the way that they cook it here. And we've also got some potatoes going on here as well, these small potatoes which have been boiled, I think, or also in the oven, not sure, and also with an olive oil dressing that we've got going on here. Now, I'm going to put some of this on the plate, but firstly come in and take a closer look at exactly what we've got going on the plate. We'll just see how tender the octopus is. We'll see how easy it is to cut through. Check this out. The knife just glides through that. So absolutely perfectly cooked, I think. Very, very tender is the octopus that we have. Now, firstly, I'm going to get some of these breadcrumbs, the typical Portuguese breadcrumbs, also fried in olive oil with cilantro or coriander going on in there as well. Lots of different flavour combinations going on in there. Going to get some of these potatoes on the plate as well. There we go. And some more of this octopus if I can. There we go. Now, a little bit more. Try and get some of the juices in the breadcrumbs and this tentacle here. Now, the last food video that I recorded here in Portugal, I got some criticism. Apparently the food that I tried wasn't authentic Portuguese food, even though it was in an authentic Portuguese restaurant, but I don't think people are going to be complaining about this meal today. So the haters take note. Is this a typical Portuguese dish? Is this a traditional Portuguese dish? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, it's going to depend on the taste. Let's see. We've already seen that it's very, very tender. Let's see what the flavours are like of this octopus. Let's see. Very, very nice. And remember, this is a plate of the day. I'm not sure what the price is going to be, but I imagine there's a set price for this meal. But this is one of the best plates of the day that I have seen in all of the years that I have been coming to Portugal, without a doubt. Octopus, the breadcrumbs, the potatoes, wowee. And the tenderness of this octopus is unbelievable, incredibly tender, succulent, juicy if you like as well, perfectly seasoned, amazing to eat. Now, let's try some of these breadcrumbs. Let's see the flavours going on in here. The greens that we've got, collard greens I think, and also the cilantro or coriander. Let's see. Absolutely. And the perfect accompaniment to the octopus with the potatoes, of course, which I'll try in just a moment. But this is an outstanding dish. Okay, time to try one of these potatoes. One of these small crushed potatoes, which are also quite typical here in Portugal. Let's see. Perfectly cooked. A hint of coriander on top as well. In the olive oil. Amazing flavours. Amazing flavours. And another thing that I've liked about this restaurant so far has been the presentation of all of the dishes. Very well presented. The first course that we tried, the starter that we tried, The presentation here, everything is perfectly laid out on the plate. They take their food, the service and the presentation at this restaurant seriously, I can tell. All right, the moment that you have been waiting for, time to try my son's dish. He also went for the plate of the day, but a different plate of the day. He went for the Portugal alentejano, which is the Portuguese classic surf and turf, pork and clams, basically. Also with fried potatoes and pickles as well. I'm going to try everything that we've got going on here, starting with the pork, which has been marinated previously in a white wine and paprika type of paste, I think. And let's see what the flavours are like with this classic Portuguese dish. Very, very good. Very, very tender. The flavours are coming through, all of those different flavours, perfectly seasoned. No complaints there. The potato, perfectly fried, soft, tender, again, beautifully seasoned. And the clam, a little bit spicy, some spice going on in there, but a classic surf and turf dish here in Portugal, Porco alla lentejana. Wonderful. So the favourite part of the meal has arrived. Time for dessert. We've gone for two desserts. We've got a typical Portuguese dessert and a cheesecake, which I'll get to in just a moment. But this one here is called natas de céu, which basically translates in English to cream from heaven. And we'll see if it is indeed cream from heaven, or at least I think that's what the translation is. Just let me check here quickly. There we go. Cream from heaven. That's what we've got going on here. So let's see if indeed it is as good as it looks, and I think it's going to be. Let's see. Let's dig in. The consistency, quite thick. The cream is quite thick. There's also a cake-type substance going on down the bottom. Cake on the bottom, cream in the middle, and this mango, I think it's a mango topping going on there as well. Come in and have a closer look at that one there, Dave. We can see that there. That's what we've got going on here. So let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. This dessert here, the cream from heaven. Wow, that is the perfect combination of flavours. There's a coconut taste coming out as well, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think there's a slight hint of coconut. The cream is extremely creamy, if that makes sense. And the cake part down the bottom, also an absolute delight to eat. Not overly sweet, just what you need to finish off the meal today. So I'm going to say that without a doubt, this is one of the best desserts that I've had for a long, long time. Now, time to try the cheesecake. We'll see if it's as good as the first one. Don't know. Looks fairly tasty. Let's have a closer look at that one there. Classic cheesecake. Let's see. Again, a very, very good dessert. But the winner, without a doubt, is the first one. So the meal's coming to an end. I'm going to finish off this cheesecake, which, as I said, is very, very good. Then I'm going to get the bill, pay for the bill, and give my final thoughts on the restaurant experience today. So stick around for that. Now the bill's arrived, the bill has been paid. I've come outside to record this part of the video, which might be a bit of a mistake because it's 35 degrees Celsius currently. It's very, very hot in this part of Portugal, and there are fire trucks going past every 5 minutes because there's a very serious fire apparently just down the road. So we're going to be getting out of this place fairly quickly, I think. The total price today was €56.90 for the three of us. You can see the price there. I'm going to give you a breakdown. So for example, the bread that we had, 3 servings of bread, €1.50, 50 cents each. The olives were €1. The sausage that we had was €3.70. The 2 octopus dishes, my partner and myself had an octopus dish each, €13 each, 26 euros. The pork dish, my son's pork dish, was €9. So that's the prices that we're dealing with there. Quite reasonable, I think. The bottle of water that we had €1.50. Iced tea for my son was $1.60. My partner had a beer, $1.30. My small beer was €1. We had a jar of house wine. I didn't have any of that. My partner had that. That was €3. What they call a jar. It's about half a litre if you like. And the two desserts, €3 for one, $3.50 for the other one. The cheesecake was €3.50, and a coffee that my partner had as well was 80 cents. So total price €56.90 for the meal today. And I'm going to say it was very, very good value in my opinion, especially the prices of those plates of the day. No complaints there. You're not going to find octopus at that price in many places nowadays in either Spain or Portugal, so I'm very satisfied with that. The service in this restaurant was absolutely fantastic. It's a recently renovated restaurant, very, very good. No complaints about that at all. The toilets here were very, very clean, well kept, and that's something that in Portugal you don't often find, but don't criticize me for saying that. So in general, the food experience today, I'm going to give it a solid 4.7 out of 5 for that. The dessert that I had, that first dessert, amazing, 4.8. And the service, I'm going to give it a 5. I haven't given service a 5 for a long, long time, but outstanding was the service here today. So no complaints at all, and the price, very, very good. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Was that a good value for money meal or not? Now I'm going to wrap the video up. If you have anything else to add to the conversation today, please, the comment section is the place for you. Just down below you will find the comment section. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video when I publish it. Until the next meal experience, até logo from Central Portugal.